As a filmmaker, storyteller, editor, my job is very, very simple. Bang my head against a desk until things stop sucking. I don't start any project now unless I know I can find a hook. I don't mean like a flashy title or mysterious headline. What did she put in the box? You'll never guess what he said. No, that's called hooking the audience. That's a little different. What I'm after is what's gonna hook me. What's that creative keystone, that thing that's gonna turn me on? Sometimes it's something new, maybe something I've never done before, or something I haven't heard of, or something I just have no business doing. Sometimes it's something indescribable, like it has some sort of weighty attachment, like a feeling or nostalgia. Things stop sucking when I have that one big idea that just turns everything upside down. Us editors know this as the state of flow. This is gonna be a painful episode for me because it requires me to share with you a body of work that I have tried my best to scrub from the internet. My first film. So in 2013, I got my very first camera. It was a Canon 5D Mark II. And then in 2014, I got the Sony A7S. That just opened up my creativity in terms of low light. And then in 2015, we did my first film. This is definitely it. Filmmaking is problem solving. Every film you've ever seen has dealt with these kind of problems. So like a 5-page script, how hard could it be? So this is where we really f***ed up. This was a narrative script that took place at Burning Man. This is a logistical nightmare. It's hot, it's dusty, we had dust storm delays that pushed us way off schedule. You can't see This is a terrible scenario for any director, let alone a first-timer. Because this is at Burning Man, no one could technically be paid. So it makes things very tricky in terms of commitment. By day 1, the crew was exhausted and overheating. By day 2, we lost our DP. I don't blame him, the director didn't know what he was doing. This is 100% my fault. If you're doing a love story, chemistry is everything. The story follows a former combat veteran who goes to this festival for the first time and he's still adjusting to his new profound hearing loss. On paper, this is beautiful. The moment you adapt it to film, you're relying on subtitles. Half of the actor's performance is the audible voice. So if you strip that away, you now have an uphill battle just to explain exposition, let alone build chemistry. The third night, our biggest shoot night, we lost our lead actress because of a massive whiteout. Couldn't ever reshoot that scene. It was the big cornerstone scene between the two characters. So I did what I could. I plugged in a stand-in and I shot a bunch of B-roll from behind. The depths to just how f***ed I was didn't hit me until I got into editing, and then 10 months went by and I was stalled with only 20% of the story told. I was about to call it quits. I had reached my breaking point. I realized just how many people I had let down. I had taken investors' money. I had asked people to donate their burn, donate their time, and I had nothing to show for it. It was there at my absolute lowest that my breakdown led to a breakthrough. I found a way in. You guys ready?
Do you think someone who is almost deaf would actually let me hold their hearing aid?
Yeah.
So will you eventually lose it all?
Yeah.
What will you do then?
Figure something out. It shouldn't be this difficult.
Surrender. You're at Burning Man.
we met, you said that you would help me.
I am helping you. What's it like in there?
I spend a lot of time in my mind.
Like right now?
Yeah, like this whole conversation is happening in my mind.
Cool. So what's your plan?
My plan?
You look like someone who has a plan.
Well, 1, find a medic center. 2, get batteries. 3, I don't have a 3.
I like number 3.
So, are we gonna get some batteries?
You don't have any nightwear, do you? What's your name?
Templeton?
What's your real name?
Templeton the Great.
Templeton the Great, seeker of batteries.
And you are Unicorn, Sunset Rider from the House of Furry Bikes.
Keep going.
And the maker of giant fortune cookies.
Yes.
Do they need to be this big?
They're all different. Some have quotes, some have smiley faces in them.
Do you have a favorite?
I have a really good John Lennon quote.
What'd you put in mine?
Lucky numbers and smiley faces. What brings you to Burning Man?
My sister gifted me a ticket. You?
This moment right here.
I wish I could hear your voice. I bet it's much better than what my mind imagines.
It's even more raspy.
This whole day's been great. You know what would make this even better?
Fire breathing octopus?
Huh?
You look like you want to kiss me.
What's the side effect of reading lips? It is. I'm really good at it. Is this a goose chase?
This is an adventure, silly. So what's the plan?
What's the plan?
Would you like to see the unicorn sunrise?
Think I'll flag down the next medic truck I see. They have to have batteries.
Okay.
Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. John Lennon. P.S. Your lucky numbers are 914-718-2326. Huh.
Did you guys catch what the breakthrough was? The hook that allowed me to actually finish the story was that it could be told from his imagined reality, not necessarily a literal reality. We're talking about a veteran who's got hearing loss, tinnitus, possible PTSD or traumatic brain injury. The story could just be from how his brain imagined it, his experiences, having to rely on his other senses. Instead of sounds, he gets textures. Not being able to hear her voice and what that sounds like, he has to reimagine it. Like, what would that sound like? Is it that raspy? As soon as I figured out that connective tissue, I had a way into the story via them having a conversation and building chemistry. It's crazy. Over the next 2 weeks, I reshot 30% of the film. I filmed it right here, actually.
I like your voice. Wish I could really hear it.
You look like someone who has a plan.
Right in my bedroom, I blacked out the curtains. I put the actors physically as close together as they could, and I shot it on 100mm macro, and I blurred out the background with some Christmas lights. Chemistry is a lot easier to build when you physically place the actors' lips within centimeters and you don't let them kiss, not once. The short film went on to get like 200,000 views online, and then we did the whole film festival circuit. It debuted in Hollywood, and then we took it to New York. The most rad thing was we did a pop-up projection screening at the 2016 Venice Art Crawl. That was pretty freaking awesome. Did this win awards? Hell no. There are so many things that I would change about this film. Hiring a really good Foley artist and sound design. But it set a precedent for my work. Art is never bad, it's just unfinished. If you, like me, have a terrible first film, check the description below for instructions. I am on the hunt for a terrible short film that's 5 minutes or less. Anyway, this is Josh Yeo saying thank you very much, stay creative. Now go finish some art.